Bill Belichick is stepping down after 24 seasons.
The 71-year-old leaves the Pats after leading the team to 9 Super Bowl appearances, winning 6 Super Bowl titles, arguably the greatest run in NFL history. Thanks for joining us at 4, everybody. I'm Corey Smith in for Colton Bradford.
And I'm Priscilla Casper. The news comes after the Patriots finished their worst season under Coach Belichick, finished last in the AFC East. We have team coverage for you today. Our John Maroney is getting reaction from former Patriots players. Our Abby Niscoda is speaking with the fans out there at Foxborough. Tommy Curran from NBC Sports Boston will break down what's next for both sides. But before all that, we want to begin with our Eli Rosenberg. He's joining us live from Foxborough with more on what came out of today's press conference by Belichick and Robert Kraft. Eli, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And several times today, Robert Kraft said he and Bill Belichick had mutually agreed to part ways. And it was that mutually agreed that was stressed. Any tension between the two seemingly gone for one day. And after all the wins, including here at Gillette, a major changing of the guard. Robert Kraft says the decision to move on from Belichick was mutual and amicable and was made yesterday after the two met. A string of losing seasons proving to be too much for a head coach that led this team for 24 years and 6 Super Bowl championships. Speaking for 5 minutes and taking no questions, Belichick thanked the Krafts, the support staff, his assistants, also speaking glowingly of the more than 1,000 players he said he coached through the decades. And Kraft calling today very emotional, and the Patriots owner praising Belichick's leadership and coaching skills while stressing Belichick will almost always be welcome here at Gillette. Really an end of an era here at Gillette. And after all that has happened and all the wins, Patriots fans obviously want to know what's next. Who's going to be the next head coach? Kraft didn't want to go into details today, saying today really is about Bill Belichick, but he did have a message for the fans. We're going to bring that to you, all new at 5. Live outside Gillette, Eli Rosenberg, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Eli, thank you. Let's continue our team coverage now with NBC Sports Boston's Tom E. Curran, who broke the news last month that a decision on Belichick's future was made after the team's loss to the Colts on November 12th in Germany. Tom, thanks for joining us. I know you got a lot of backlash on social media from your article in December. Well, here we are. Belichick gone after his legendary run. Want to give you your flowers. Congrats on the scoop. Congrats on getting it right.
Yeah, and it's hard, too, because for someone who covered Bill for every single press conference, including that first one through today, there is a sense of melancholy and the end of an era. And it's more of, you know, being trusted with information indicating the direction of a team. It's passing on information as to the direction of something that is so close to the hearts and is a passion for people. And it's a passion largely, Corey, because of what Bill Belichick authored in this franchise with all the players and people around him that he set the tempo for.
What did you make of what you heard during this press conference from Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft?
Corey, I think that they really manufactured a best-case scenario day all around. For Bill Belichick, he didn't want to have to sit there and answer questions about what went wrong with Mac Jones, would he have accepted a trade, anything like that, or gone into details that we're going to take away from his appreciation for the fans. For Robert Kraft, even having this event shows demonstrably to the fans concretely that, hey, Bill's not going anywhere. We're still fine. He'll be back to be celebrated. We will have a weekend for him. Everybody will be out at Patriot Place. We'll bang out the stadium and do it the way we should have. So this is as close to a win-win as ownership, I think, could have gotten.
Well, this is obviously the big news of the day. The NFL machine rolls on. So let's talk about who's going to take over. The two names being thrown out there, Jerod Mayo and Mike Vrabel. Are you leaning one way or the other, or is there a candidate that we don't even know about at this point?
Yeah, it's not my leaning. It's the leaning of the organization, Corey, and the leaning of the organization is going to be toward Jerod Mayo. Mike Vrabel certainly is a candidate who has merit to them, but the Patriots have been very methodical, really, since the season has been ongoing and spiraling in the way it was. They've been methodical about the direction that they would take next. Jerod Mayo was referred to last March as the heir apparent to Bill Belichick one day. Last year, they renegotiated a contract. The Patriots made it clear how much they wanted to keep him around. It certainly does accelerate a year, Corey, but Jerod Mayo has been who the Patriots have been counting on, as opposed to Mike Vrabel, who, while a great candidate, is not what they envision, I think.
And what do you think about Bill Belichick? Do you see him in the hoodie of a different team next year, or does he maybe take some time off, sort of reset?
See, this is opinion. And this is, I'm going to base it on the words of others in our business. And it's Mike Lombardi, who's a longtime confidant of Bill Belichick's, who works in media now. He has said, watch out for the Atlanta Falcons. And that does make sense. Older owner. I think it'd be an easy transition for Bill Belichick to a team like that. So Atlanta Falcons, to me, if I was putting my chips anywhere, but that's a guess, not a prediction or a report.
Still a lot of moving pieces, but Tom, we certainly appreciate you taking the time, and we definitely
Sure.
appreciate your reporting.
Appreciate you guys.
While talking to the media today, Belichick focused on all of the players he's coached, saying he wouldn't have been able to accomplish what he did if it were not for all of their hard work. Our NBC 10's John Maroney joining us live with more on what those players are saying, including the GOAT, Tom Brady himself. John.
That is right, Priscilla. The players, they are giving Bill Belichick his props. He won a lot of games here, but he says he could not have done it without their help.
We had great players, but with his brain, we were able to accomplish what we accomplished.
Former Patriots player Ted Johnson reacting to Bill Belichick's departure. Belichick spent 24 years in Foxborough. That's a lot of players. One of them was Christian Fourier, who says it's a good time to be a fan.
You still have these memories and all these championships, so now you get to start over again and kind of build and grow with a new guy.
The future Hall of Fame coach and Robert Kraft said this morning they're parting ways, with Belichick giving a special shout-out to the legions of players he coached. One of those players, Tom Brady, had this to say about his old boss on social media. I'm incredibly grateful to have played for the best coach in the history of the NFL. I could never have been the player I was without you, Coach Belichick.
You just don't feel like yourself, just like the man that you used to be.
Former Patriots QB Scott Zolak, now a talk show host on 98.5 The Sports Hub and Patriots broadcaster, never played for the hooded one. But he says Belichick's public persona is different from his professional one.
Outside of game day, and he could take the tunnel vision glasses off. Bill's a really good dude.
That's not an opinion shared by all his former players or even every fan, especially after Tom Brady left New England and relocated to Florida.
It was really Bill that pushed Tom out, and so that's where the clock started for a lot of people. And let's just face it, it's been trending bad for a long time.
Now, love him or hate him, Bill Belichick says he coached more than 1,000 players during his time here in New England. Well, I'm in Foxborough, John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
1,000 players, John. Thank you. So many and so much more reaction from former Patriots players and people connected with the team. Former Pats running back Rex Burkhead posted this on X. Greatest to ever do it. Thank you, Coach. This is from former Pats safety Patrick Chung. Greatest ever. Thank you for everything. Me, my family, my son, shaping me into a football player and a man. Love you. Meanwhile, former quarterback Matt Castle had this to say.
He was a master teacher, a master communicator. He pushed you, but he pushed you to be the best that you could be, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Play-by-play voice. Bob Socci also reacting. He writes, quote, "To me, the essence of Bill Belichick is a visor, a whistle wrapped around his finger and teaching moments in late July, checking on punt protection in a near corner of one practice field, pulling an undrafted rookie aside for a pointer or two in a far corner of another field." Now, the NBA is also chiming in. The Boston Celtics posted this on X. Legend, thank you for everything you've done in Boston, Bill. And the king himself, LeBron James, simply posting, Coach Belichick is such a legend.
NBC 10's Abby Nisgoda continues our team coverage. She's talking to the folks who got to watch this the last 2 decades. That, of course, is the fans. They are reacting now that Bill Belichick will not be on the sidelines in Foxborough come next season. Abby, what are they telling you?
Well, Corey, look, no matter what you thought about last season, it's really hard to imagine this team without Bill Belichick. And Patriots Nation, they knew that this was a possibility. But now that it's actually happened, they're really just trying to find ways to pay tribute to the coach who built a dynasty. Inside the pro shop, time stood still as Patriots Nation watched the end of an era.
I've lived in New England my whole life, and that's all it's been.
Judy Morera nearly tearing up at the announcement of Bill Belichick's departure. She drove over an hour just to be at Gillette when it happened.
I just feel like it's one of the family members going out of the house and going off on their own now.
But after 24 seasons, not everyone is sad to see him go.
I'm not sad about it at all. I think that we can have a better coach.
The game's changing, and he's not.
Something every fan can agree on, the legacy he leaves behind, including 6 Super Bowl titles.
Everyone's talking about it, you know, especially being in Foxborough right down the street from Gillette.
The Corkery is already spray painting this "Thank You Bill" sign for their front yard,
signifying the end of an era.
Over at Farmer Sign, they're printing signs as well to hang in the Foxborough Town Common.
What's better than having your face plastered on the center of Foxborough, which is just an iconic town now in the NFL.
But owner Paul Farmer warns he'll make signs that aren't quite as nice if Belichick ever returns to Foxborough with another team.
Any sign ideas for that?
All bets are off. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll just have to see. But Bill Belichick, as we know, he's going to be remembered for his sideline moments, his short responses. But fans say underneath that hoodie, guys, there was a heartwarming side to the serious coach. And we're going to have more on that coming up at 5. For now, that we're live outside Gillette, I'm Abby Nisgo to NBC 10 Boston. Looking forward to that, Abby. Thank you so much. Be sure to stay with us here on NBC 10 Boston for continuing coverage of Belichick's departure from the Patriots. Plus, you can head to the website, NBC10Boston.com, for much more on today's announcement, including more reaction from current and former Patriot players. And we've got a flashback video of everything that has changed since Belichick was hired all the way back in the year 2000.